Have you ever woken up and felt like your eyes weren't quite ready to start the day? The room looks slightly blurred, the numbers on the clock aren't clear, your eyes feel dry, maybe even a little sore, and it takes a few extra blinks, maybe even some rubbing, before things come into focus. If you're over 60, this might feel like just another sign of aging. But what if it isn't? What if the real problem isn't how your eyes wake up, but how they're treated before you fall asleep? Here's what most people don't realize. Your eyes repair themselves overnight. While you sleep, they're hard at work rebuilding tissue, restoring moisture, and rebalancing pressure. But just like your body can't recover without rest, your eyes can't restore without the right support, and that support can actually begin with the food you eat before bed. Now, I'm not talking about some expensive supplement or another bottle of artificial drops. I'm talking about 3 simple bites of real food taken at the right time in the right combination. Foods that open the blood vessels around your eyes, protect your fragile retinal cells, and restore hydration while you sleep. It's a nighttime routine that's helped many of my patients wake up with clearer vision, calmer eyes, and less dependence on artificial tears. And you don't need a prescription to try it. In this video, I'll walk you through these 3 foods, how they work, how to use them, and why timing is everything. Because sometimes, it's not about doing more. It's about doing the right small thing, at the right quiet moment, to help your body heal the way it was meant to. And when you do, your mornings might just look a whole lot clearer. Prunes might not be the first food that comes to mind when you think about eye health, but this humble fruit does something essential. It helps nutrients actually reach your eyes while you sleep. Let me explain. Your retina, the light-sensitive layer at the back of your eye, relies on tiny blood vessels to deliver oxygen and nutrients. But after 60, especially if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, these vessels can narrow and stiffen. Even if you're eating the right foods, those nutrients may never make it to where they're needed most. Think of it like a delivery truck, loaded with supplies, stuck behind a locked gate. Prunes help unlock that gate. They're packed with vitamin K, which supports flexible, healthy capillaries and reduces the risk of microbleeding in the retina. They also contain potassium, which helps regulate fluid pressure inside the eye, especially important at night, when pressure can subtly rise. Even more impressive, prunes offer lutein and zeaxanthin, the same powerful antioxidants found in leafy greens. These settle into the macula and help protect your vision, especially in low light. So, with just 1 or 2 prunes before bed, you're opening blood flow, calming pressure, and delivering antioxidant support to the very center of your vision. A number of my older patients who added prunes to their bedtime routine reported that their eyes felt less dry, less foggy, and more awake in the morning. If you'd like to try it yourself, keep it simple. Choose unsweetened, unsulfured prunes. Eat 1 to 2 pieces about 45 to 60 minutes before bed. You can enjoy them plain or mix them into a small bowl of plain yogurt for extra protein and comfort. It's a small habit that clears the path so your eyes can truly heal overnight. Now that we've opened the pathways for nutrients to reach your eyes with prunes, there's another silent threat we need to address: oxidative stress. You might think your eyes rest while you sleep, but in reality, they're working hard repairing tissues, rebuilding light-sensitive cells, and rebalancing pigment levels like rhodopsin, the molecule responsible for night vision. And just like any high-energy process, this overnight repair creates byproducts, tiny, unstable molecules that can damage your eye cells from within. This is oxidative stress, and if left unchecked, it wears down your retina over time, contributing to early morning blur, dryness, and long-term vision decline. This is where almonds step in. Almonds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant uniquely suited to protect the fatty membranes in your retina, especially the rods and cones that detect light and detail. Unlike water-soluble antioxidants, vitamin E embeds itself directly into cell membranes, shielding them from damage while the repair process is happening. It's like having a security system turned on exactly when your home is most vulnerable. A 2021 article from the Grand Oak Senior blog reported that older adults who consumed vitamin E-rich foods like almonds experienced slower rates of macular degeneration, and better retinal stability. Just a small handful, about 5 to 7 almonds, delivers over half your daily vitamin E need. It's simple, efficient, and surprisingly powerful. But almonds don't just protect your vision, they help you fall asleep too. They naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to rest. Combined with their magnesium and zinc content, almonds support the optic nerve, reduce tension in the eye muscles, and even assist in transporting vitamin A, the nutrient critical for seeing in low light. When you bring this all together, almonds become a triple-action bedtime healer. They protect, relax, and restore. I've seen this firsthand with many older adults. One woman, a retired teacher, told me she avoided driving at night because of how bright headlights blurred her vision. After adding a few almonds to her evening routine, she noticed her eyes felt more comfortable and her night driving didn't feel as intimidating. So, if you're looking to support your eyes while also preparing your body for restful sleep, almonds are a smart, gentle place to start. Choose raw or lightly roasted, unsalted almonds. Eat about 5 to 7 pieces around 30 to 60 minutes before bed. You can enjoy them plain, or combine them with prunes or a bit of plain yogurt for a more satisfying nighttime snack. Avoid pairing almonds with salty foods or caffeine, which may offset their calming effect. And if you have digestive sensitivity, try soaking them in warm water a few hours before eating to make them easier on your stomach. With almonds in place, you've added the second layer of your nighttime eye care system, an invisible shield that protects your vision when it's most vulnerable, and a gentle nudge to help your body drift into healing sleep. So far, we've opened the path with prunes and protected your vision with almonds. But there's one final piece your eyes absolutely need to heal overnight: moisture and structure. You may already know the feeling when it's missing. That gritty, dry sensation in the morning. The slow blink. The sense that your eyes are working harder than they should just to stay open. That's because while circulation and protection are vital, your eyes also need rebuilding, and for that, they need healthy fats. Enter walnuts. Walnuts are often praised for heart health, but they're just as critical for your eyes, especially as you age. That's because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. This plant-based fat is a key building block of the photoreceptor cell membranes in your retina, the very cells responsible for capturing light and forming clear images. As we grow older, these membranes thin and lose their efficiency. That's one reason vision becomes more sensitive, slower to focus, and more prone to dryness after sleep. Adding omega-3 seconds like ALA helps restore the integrity of these cells, improve moisture retention, and reduce low-grade inflammation in both the retina and the tear glands. In fact, some eye specialists now recommend omega-3 supplementation as a first step in managing dry eye. But here's the good news: you can skip the pills. Walnuts offer a gentle, delicious way to get the same support plus fiber, antioxidants, and real food synergy. But the benefits don't stop at fat. Walnuts also contain natural melatonin, the same hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. According to a report by Kaiser Permanente, walnuts are among the highest whole food sources of melatonin. That means they don't just rebuild your eyes, they help you sleep more deeply, which is when most of the repair happens. One of the most overlooked causes of morning eye discomfort is poor sleep quality. When you wake up multiple times during the night, your eyes don't get the uninterrupted time they need to restore moisture, balance pressure, and repair damage. By supporting better sleep, walnuts indirectly help your eyes wake up refreshed. Even a small amount makes a difference. Just 2 to 4 walnut halves about the size of your thumb contain the omega-3 seconds and melatonin your eyes need to rebuild overnight. Choose raw, unsalted walnuts if possible, and eat them 30 to 60 minutes before bed, ideally not on a full stomach, but as part of a light, nourishing snack. You can enjoy them plain, or pair them with a prune or spoonful of plain yogurt. For extra comfort, some of my patients like adding a sprinkle of cinnamon or a slice of banana to round out the texture. And yes, I've seen the difference. Many older adults I work with who struggled with dry, tired eyes, even after using drops or humidifiers, noticed real improvement after making this one small change. Not just in comfort, but in clarity. Because rebuilding matters. So as you think about your evening routine, remember this. You're not just winding down your day. You're giving your eyes the raw materials they need to function tomorrow with less strain, more sharpness, and greater ease. And it all starts with a few humble walnut halves, taken with intention. Now that you understand how each food supports your eyes in a different way, prunes for circulation, almonds for protection, and walnuts for restoration, it's time to bring them together into one simple evening routine. This isn't a diet. It's not a prescription or a strict protocol. It's a quiet moment, a gentle ritual to end your day with purpose and care. Here's what I often recommend to my patients. About 45 to 60 minutes before bed, during a calm part of your evening, maybe after dinner, while you're reading or relaxing, set aside a small portion of each food. 2 prunes, preferably unsweetened and unsulfured, will help open up blood flow to your eyes and deliver key antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. A small handful of raw or lightly roasted almonds, around 5 to 7, will provide vitamin E, magnesium, and natural melatonin to shield your retinal cells and support your sleep cycle. And finally, 2 to 3 walnut halves will deliver omega-3 fatty acids to help restore moisture, rebuild photoreceptor membranes, and calm inflammation in the tear glands. You don't need to prepare anything fancy. Just place these 3 foods in a small bowl, take a few quiet minutes, and enjoy them slowly. This is about more than nutrition. It's about telling your body and your eyes that it's time to rest and recover. If you prefer a softer texture, you can slice the prunes and walnuts and stir them into a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. Some people enjoy adding a dash of cinnamon or a few banana slices to enhance the flavor. The idea is to make the ritual enjoyable enough that you'll want to repeat it. What you'll want to avoid, though, are common evening disruptors like salty snacks, sugary desserts, or caffeine from tea or chocolate. These can work against the calming effects of your bedtime foods, interfering with digestion, melatonin production, or eye pressure regulation. If you've had issues digesting nuts in the past, soaking the almonds or walnuts in warm water for a few hours can make them easier on your stomach. And if you take medications at night, this routine is generally safe, but as always, check with your doctor if you have any concerns. The beauty of this ritual lies in its simplicity. There's no complicated prep, no measuring, no apps or alarms. Just a few whole foods, eaten at the right time, sending the right message. With every bite, you're nourishing your eyes, calming your nervous system, and setting the stage for real nighttime repair. Because the truth is, your eyes are ready to heal. You just have to give them the chance. I've seen a lot of health routines come and go. Complicated regimens, expensive supplements, and endless promises that never quite deliver. But this is different. Because when you give your eyes what they need at the exact moment they need it, calm, nourishment, hydration, you begin to feel the shift faster than you might think. So what can you realistically expect after 1 week of this bedtime ritual? For many of my patients, the first change happens in the morning. You open your eyes, and the usual dryness just isn't there. That gritty sandpaper sensation that used to greet you at sunrise feels noticeably softer, sometimes even gone. You blink less, rub less. It takes fewer moments for your vision to adjust and sharpen. The numbers on your clock? Clearer. The light in the room? Less harsh. Some people tell me they stop reaching for their artificial tears altogether. Others mention how they simply feel more comfortable behind the wheel in early daylight hours. Less squinting, less strain. But the benefits aren't limited to your vision. Because of the melatonin and magnesium in these foods, your sleep becomes deeper, more consistent. You may find yourself falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. If you've been waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., tossing and turning until morning, that pattern may finally begin to ease. And this matters more than people realize. Sleep isn't just for your brain. It's where the eyes do most of their healing. It's when the retina recalibrates. It's when tear glands restore balance. And it's when intraocular pressure naturally stabilizes. So when your sleep improves, so does your vision quietly, steadily, from the inside out. After 7 nights, most people don't describe a dramatic transformation. What they notice is subtle but significant. They say things like, "I didn't realize how uncomfortable my eyes had become until they felt normal again." That's the power of giving your body the chance to reset, not with force, but with rhythm. And if you miss a night, that's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency over time. Small choices made with care stacked night after night add up to bigger healing than any one-time fix ever could. So if you've tried eye drops, humidifiers, supplements, and still feel like something's missing, this may be what your body's been quietly asking for all along. Food, timing, intention. Just a few nourishing bites at the end of your day, supporting your eyes in the way they've always supported you. You've spent your life using your eyes to see the world, to read faces, to drive home at dusk, to recognize a loved one's smile. And yet somewhere along the way, your eyes may have stopped getting the care they truly deserve. Not because you ignored them, but because so much of the advice out there has been complicated, confusing, overwhelming. Drops, devices, diagnoses. But what if the real answer was something simpler? 3 small foods, taken at the right time, working in quiet harmony while you rest. That's the beauty of this bedtime ritual. It doesn't demand anything from you. It supports you. It works with your body, not against it. When you eat prunes before bed, you help open the microcirculation to your retina so nutrients can flow where they're needed most. When you add almonds, you create a protective shield around fragile cells, easing inflammation and tension. And when you finish with walnuts, you restore moisture, reinforce structure, and prepare your eyes for the deepest repair of all true rest. They're not a quick fix. They're a team, and they work best when they work together. Because healing isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm, about giving your body something small every night that says, "I'm here. I'm listening. I care." If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to know something. You're not someone who gives up. You're not someone who accepts decline as a given. You're someone who wants to live with clarity, with energy, and with confidence in the morning light. And you deserve that. So here's my gentle invitation to you. Try this ritual for just 7 nights, not as another health challenge, not as a chore, but as a gift. A quiet, healing pause at the end of your day. See how your eyes feel. Notice how you sleep. Pay attention to the small changes. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you. Share your experience in the comments below. You never know who your story might inspire. If this video has helped you, even in a small way, I'd be grateful if you gave it a like, shared it with someone you care about, and subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next. In the next episode, we'll explore a warm evening drink that may lower nighttime eye pressure and help your eyes stay calm as you sleep, and chances are, it's already in your kitchen. Until then, I'm Dr. James Porter. Here's to clear mornings, calm nights, and eyes that keep serving you every day of your life.